Can you believe it's July already? Time flies when you're saving homeless pets. And today we're gonna have lots of ways for you to be able to not only save the pets AHS cares for, but also keep your pets safe at home. We're all very excited because guess what? We're gonna tell you all about that and so much more right here on Pets on Parade. Good morning and welcome to Pets on Parade, brought to you by 3TV. I'm Kelsey Dickerson with the Arizona Humane Society. We are so excited that you're tuning in with us this Saturday and holiday weekend. Thank you so much, as always, for your continued support. And do you recognize this little celebrity? He definitely has a lot to say about his foster's cooking, which he admits was pretty all right for a newbie. We're going to show you this little one's before and see if you think he has what it takes to be the next best chef. Plus, a great discount for AHS's camps for neurodivergent teens and our youngest attendees. We'll tell you all about how you can get half off these great camps taking place next week. And you guys, I cannot believe we have a celebrity in the house today. Man, are we lucky to be in the presence of culinary greatness. It looks like he just might have picked out on his own little creations too, Denise.
Yes, this is Gordon Ramsay. And when he came to the Arizona Humane Society, he was too small. So he spent some time in our bottle baby ICU, which is very busy this time of year. So keeping with the kitchen theme, we need all cooks, all dishwashers, all sous chefs, and all chocolatiers on deck to help feed all of these small kittens. So we have the volunteers who feed the kittens in the shelter. We have the volunteers who open up their homes and feed the kittens in their foster families. And then we have our donors who donate all sorts of goodies for the pets in our care. And so consider making a donation of baby cat food or kitten milk replacement to our bottle baby kittens. You will make Gordon Ramsay very happy because he loves to feed kittens. Now, he is not going to yell at you in your kitchen, but he is going to purr. He is very, very vocal, and he is going to keep you on your toes like his namesake.
Oh my goodness, maybe he can help you be able to make a beef Wellington ratatouille style, you know, just put him on his head and he's going to be able to guide you. Thank you so much for that, Denise. And with the 4th of July comes a bit of a standstill in operations due to the holiday, and that will definitely cause some backup for a lot of our departments, especially foster. Carrie, how important is it to be able to get little ones like these into temporary homes this weekend?
Oh my gosh, Kelsey, it is incredible when we are able to place a pet into foster. When you foster a pet, especially over a holiday weekend like this, that opens up another kennel for a sick and injured pet in need. And as I'm sure we'll talk about later in the show, the 4th of July is one of the worst holidays to be a pet. These firecrackers are just so scary, and so we see an influx of sick and injured pets. So we need to get as many of our kiddos out to foster as possible. And these little ones are no exception. The shelter is not a place for a pregnant mom and her babies. And so we have these 3 firecrackers. Mama's name is actually Freedom and her firecrackers, and she's back at the shelter with the other 5 puppies. But Perry and I wanted to show off this beautiful litter that is in need of a foster home. There's Mama right there. She's probably a cattle dog mix with something, but these puppies are just adorable. They're 5 weeks old, and Mama needs to go home to nurse the rest of her puppies. You can see all of the animals that we have right now up for foster, from bottle baby kittens to bunnies to these little ones. And Perry, you are an avid foster hero for our puppies. So, you know, what can our foster heroes expect from these little ones as they grow up?
Well, Carrie, it's a really, really rewarding thing to bring puppies into your home like this, because in a lot of cases, I think this is the first time they've ever been exposed to a home. Mm-hmm. They're coming from situations where they've just either been in strays a lot of times, other shelters. So when they get into your home, it's a whole new world to them. They have so much fun. I think it's great being able to shape them to a certain degree. It's really, really rewarding. It does take a lot of patience, though. Yeah. A lots and lots of patience, lots and lots of time too. You have to spend a lot of time with puppy fosters. They do need a lot of care, and so please go into it. They're cute and all, and it's fun to do, but please go into it with a lot of time on your hands and the dedication to shape a life.
And the best part about these, again, mom will be with them. And we like to try to keep our mamas with their puppies for at least 8 weeks. It's not that they need mama to feed off of, but mama actually does a lot of behavior correction in those final weeks from 6 to 8. And so it leads to a well-rounded puppy. We need your help today. Please reach out to us, azhumane.org/foster.
Oh my goodness, what great little cuddle buddies to have over the 4th of July weekend. I love that. Thank you both so much. And you guys, Austin really needs your help as he's been in and out of our care for almost a year. As much as our staff and volunteers love him, he needs a home. Can you please share to help Austin find his perfect family? He is definitely for big dog lovers. That's 70 pounds of pure love. We just don't understand why he's been looked over time and time again. He knows tricks, he plays in the yard, and he also loves to play with other dogs that match his energy style as well. You can learn more about Austin by visiting azhumane.org/adopt. He's available at our South Mountain campus to be able to meet, and his adoption fee is waived indefinitely until we can find him the perfect forever home. We love Austin. Please help us find him his perfect home. And from airplane ears to a distinguished gentleman, Bond sure does live up to his name. And we love this little fluffy kitty, Stacy.
He is so sweet. He's just been purring away, and he's all cuddly and just ready to be loved. He was brought in as an owner surrender. They had too many pets in the home. He was originally living outdoors, so he is fearful of loud noises and a dog barking. He would probably hide from that. He loves men and women, and he's friendly with children and other cats, and he's just so playful and so calm, as you can see here, sitting here just waiting for all the attention. One thing to remember is that he will be used to being outdoors, so there's some things indoors he may be, need to get used to. And with our camps coming up next week, we are offering 50% off. We have a lot of unique camps available. We have a Pause for the Cause for our younger children, and then we also have a service group for our neurodivergent teens. And in order to find out more about those camps and find out how to get 50% off, you can log on to azhumane.org/camps and use the promo code CAMP50 to get 50% off of those camps. So it's a great opportunity and a lot of fun.
Absolutely. It is tons of fun, and it definitely expands the amount of kids that we're able to reach. So thank you so much for that, Stacy. And I'm positive our next pup is sure to cause a flurry of excitement as well as a flurry of fur. And with a face like that, who can resist, Lisa?
She is the sweetest thing. Usually huskies, you'll see me up on my knees sitting up here because they're all over the place. But this sweet girl is 2 years old, and she was confiscated. She is wonderful. She is very sweet. She is very alert. She's been all the kitties that have been crying and whining and the puppies and everything. She's been so calm. She hasn't once jumped up. She is going to make somebody a wonderful pet. She's 2 years old, and she is soft, takes treats gently. I can't tell you, there is enough nice things to say about this girl. And right now, the Arizona Humane Society has a Name Your Price adoption special. So you choose your adoption fee. We would love all of our dogs to go home, and we don't want price to be an issue, but it does cost us over $1,000 to care for each dog in our care. So please take that into consideration. And she's kissing me right now to tell me how much she's happy she's been rescued by us. And so name your price, come on down, but please try to remember that the care that we give these dogs is priceless. They don't have anywhere else to turn to. They come into the Humane Society, and we are able to get them spayed, neutered, and up for adoption to a wonderful family. That's the one part of the process we can't really help at the Humane Society. They stay in kennels with us, so please help us empty the shelter out. We need space for those 4th of July pets. So come on down and adopt Flurry.
Absolutely. And to your point, Lisa, how can you put a price on those kisses? Just absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. And don't you worry, we found the sweetest pea in the patch. We'll introduce you to this adorable bun when we come back after the break. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now, we often talk about how our whole family needs to be prepared for a disaster or an emergency, including our furry friends. And with all the wildfires that are breaking out, not just out of town, but also really close to home, we definitely want to make sure that you know what to do should a disaster strike.
Oh, the fire has forced evacuations near Superior.
As the Backbone Fire forces folks from their homes.
The Red Cross has set up several evacuation sites for those who had to leave their homes because of this wildfire.
When preparing for a disaster or simply the unexpected, remember to include your family pets in your survival plans.
We frequently talk to people about the 3 Ps. The first one being plan. Make a plan with members of your household with regard to not only yourself and what you need to do in a state of emergency, but also making a plan for your pets, whether that's a boarding facility, a friend or family member, or whether you might need to use your state or local evacuation services. Then we ask you to prepare. You want to make preparations not only for yourself and what you're going to pack, including things like medications, clothes, any valuables that you might want to take with you when you're evacuating, but you also want to prepare your pets. That could mean crates, it could mean medications, a small supply of food, toys, blankets, or bed. We always recommend a microchip, and that ensures that should your animal in an emergency lose their collar, that they also can be scanned for that microchip, which will hold your information. And then we always recommend that you practice. It might seem silly, but when you're required to evacuate during a time of emergency, it can be very scary. So by practicing your evacuation, that means that you make sure that you're getting your dogs into their harnesses, you're doing practice car rides, you are practicing putting your cats into carriers or your critters into carriers so that it's less scary for them. So we always recommend that you do a little bit of practice so that you're ready should the worst occur and you're required to evacuate. Arizona uses a readiness plan called Ready, Set, Go. So when your area is put into ready status, that really means that you should be packing your vehicle and that you are ready to go at a moment's notice. If you get moved into set status, we highly recommend that people consider evacuating at that time. And certainly at go status, you need to move out as quickly as possible.
When our neighborhood, which is Kachina Village, got the set order, you could just see people flying home from work, and the gas station down below was really busy, and because everybody was like, okay, this could be really bad. The smoke was bad. We had ash falling on the house. Probably within an hour or two, we just decided this just isn't worth it to stay here. We have 3 dogs and 4 cats, and the dogs are fairly easy, but the big issue was the cats. So the minute you get those carriers out, they are gone. I mean, they just disappear. We were like, okay, if we have to go and we're looking for these cats and they're hiding under beds and in closets and goodness knows what, and they pick up on our anxiety, which they do, it's going to be bad. But if I were to do it all over again, I would probably already have the food set aside, in like Ziploc bags just ready to go.
Another thing we would encourage you to take with you if you are planning to evacuate your pets is make sure that you have records for any of their vaccination history, any specialty medication that it might be on, because if it became necessary for you to leave your animals at a disaster shelter like the Arizona Humane Society, where we have a veterinarian that would be able to care for your pets, it's good to know a little bit of their medical history, what kinds of concerns they might have, what medications they're on, all of those things.
You never think it's going to happen to you until it does. So make sure to visit azhumane.org/disaster to make sure to be able to plan, prepare, and practice. And we saw this absolutely adorable bun before the break, and now it's time to officially meet her. We always have lots of cuties available, and for any critter lovers out there, we're going to have a lot of bunnies coming up. Perry.
Yeah, we certainly are. This little one right here, this is Sweet Pea, who is a 1-year-old beautiful white rabbit, was found as a stray, came into his over-the-counter surrender. Can you imagine seeing this little thing romping around your backyard as a stray? Unbelievable. What a beautiful little bunny. Brought into a Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital, looked her over, it looks really, really good, except we had to send her to a foster home for quarantine of the RHDV2 virus, which we've talked about a lot. And of course, little Sweet Pea here was just fine. This is a precautionary measure, was in the foster home, and they absolutely loved her, did a great job. And they said she's really, really sweet, a little bit shy, doesn't particularly like being held, and we talk about that or picked up, I should say. We talk about that quite a bit with bunnies. They don't actually like heights a lot. But you know what Sweet Pea does like? Being read to. And we're going to do that this coming holiday on the 4th of July. For the first time ever, AHS is going to open this up to the public. We're going to allow you to come in and read to our pets on the 4th of July during a very, very strenuous time for them. The event is actually going to happen at 8 to 9:30 p.m. So right after the fireworks or during the fireworks, you can come on in, read to the kittens, read to the cats, read to the puppies, read to the dogs, and read to the critters like this little one right here. If you are interested, it's a great family event, by the way. Kids can take part, adults. It'll be just a great bonding experience, and you'll be doing the pets are a wonderful favor on the 4th of July. Go to our website, azhumane.org/events, and read all about it.
Absolutely. We can't wait for it. It's going to be a great time. Thank you for that, Perry. And don't you fly away. We're going to introduce you to Firefly when we come back. Welcome back. Now, as we get older, we tend to appreciate the smaller things in life a little bit more, like a nice pair of comfy socks. But I think everyone is going to love this little set of socks, Denise.
Yes, we all love comfy, fluffy socks, just like this girl right here. Now, when I tell people I volunteer at the Arizona Humane Society, a lot of people will say, oh, I would just love to cuddle with all the puppies and kittens. Well, you know what? You can. Take advantage of our Cuddle Bunch. So that is where the Arizona Humane Society will bring up to 3 pets from the same litter. It can be puppies, kittens, or even bunnies to your event. So it can be a work event like a work meeting or a team building, or a social event like a bridal shower, bachelorette party, or even a wedding. And you, your coworkers, and your friends can just cuddle these guys until your heart's content. So visit our website at azhumane.org/cuddlebunch for more information or to sign up. And trust me, it'll make your work meetings so much better if you just have some nice comfy socks. This little girl socks wants to be a permanent member of your family Cuddle Bunch. She has not stopped purring since I picked her up, so she really wants a lap to sit on.
Oh my goodness, so cute. And yes, every time that we're in studio, 3TV just loves being able to see our pets. So imagine being able to bring that to your work. Thank you so much for that, Denise. And we love a great transformation. And just like the bug she's named after, Firefly can sure transform herself with a little help from her friends at AHS. Right, Lisa?
Yep. She came in through the emergency animal clinic as a stray, and she's got thermal burns or heat burns, sunburns on her back. So they had to do some wound care, clip and clean. So she's got kind of a little funky haircut, and I don't know if you can see, but she's got spots on her back where she actually is missing the fur, and it's got a little bit of scar. I'm going to turn her around here so y'all can see what we're talking about. Our vets have fully checked her out, and as you can see, it's not painful. The hair is growing back in, but she was left out in the sun, and obviously the sun has sunburned her to the point where it's 2nd and 3rd degree burns. So Firefly is on to better and happier things now. She was rescued by our EAMTs out of the emergency animal clinic she was taken into. Little Yorkie mix. She's adorable, happy, playful, takes treats nicely, sits, downs. So if you can't adopt, like some of us have a full household, we need dog walkers. We need people to come down and socialize these guys and take them out and just give them a break from the shelter. We need volunteers to do that, especially on the weekends. So you can get with our volunteer program. And what's more fun than giving a dog a break from a kennel? You get away from your house, gives you some time, and it really means the world to these guys. They're stuck in their kennels until they can get adopted. So if you have it in your heart for socializing dogs, walking dogs, or cats, contact the Arizona Humane Society on our volunteer page, and we can make arrangements. We need help out socializing the animals on the weekends.
Oh my goodness, absolutely. And Firefly there is just sitting like, she reminds me of a little Muppet character. It is the cutest thing ever. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. And we want to show the duality of this little one. Miss Kittles goes from big-eyed, curious cuteness to unamused, sassy cuteness in an instant. And as we all know in studio, she loves to sing, Stacy.
She couldn't wait for her turn to come. You could probably hear her talking during the other pets segment there. This is Miss Kittles. You just saw her sibling Sock Fox earlier, a moment ago. She was owner surrendered, too many pets. They lived outside. She's not fearful, but she might hide a little bit if she hears a scary noise. She does like to sit on your lap and cuddle with you, but she's just a very sweet, beautiful kitty. And we've been talking a lot about the 4th of July, and the 4th of July, on or around that time, is one of the worst times for animals to go missing. So just to keep your pets safe this 4th of July, just, you know, make sure to bring your pets indoors, even if they are normally outdoors. Create a safe, secure space for them with food, water, toys. A great thing to do is to play the TV or the radio to drown out the scary noises. And be sure to keep food and alcohol away, because a lot of times those things are poisonous, and once one of your pets gets a hold of them, they can decline pretty quickly. But just be mindful, especially of not bringing them also to fireworks shows, because that will scare them. They could get away from you. Just keep it safe this 4th of July, and you and your pets can enjoy the holiday. But this is Miss Kittles, and she's ready to talk to you and cuddle with you.
She says, yeah, love it. Thank you so much for that important information. And at AHS, we have quite a few pets who are our long-timers who have been with us for just too long, including adorable Blanco. So let's just see how cute he is. Remember to visit azhumane.org/adopt for any of those sweet babies who are in need of forever homes, including this one. We're going to introduce you to this sweet kiddo after the break. Welcome back to the show. Now we have a gray muzzled pup who, legend has it, is incredibly sweet and loving. Who is this cute girl, Perry?
This is patitas, and according to our behind-the-scenes handler, Frank, that means little feet in Spanish, and she does have little tiny feet. You know, Good Samaritan called us and said that they had an injured doggie in their carport astray, so we rushed to the scene, and here she is, little Patitas. We got there, and she had wounds all over her neck. We got her back to our Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital, and it's been an endless series of treating those wounds, so lots of clipping and lots of rebandaging and lots of honey bandages and things like that, washing them, cleaning them, and she's doing just fine now. They're healing very, very well. She's very sweet. She's 10 years old, but with, again, a small breed like this, you never know it. They just have a great zest for life, and they're very, very sweet little animals. You know, we are talking about this special we're having, the Name Your Price, and it's going to be going on through July 4th. However, only at our PetSmart location will be open the 4th. The other days, the other South Mountain location also counts. We are having a very, very difficult time with large dogs. Of course, puppies are included, little dogs like this are included. But that dog we just saw a little while ago, Flurry, that Lisa had, those kind of dogs aren't moving, and that is a purebred husky. So please, come on down and adopt those big dogs from us. But check out everything we have, azhumane.org/adopt.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Perry. And yet another kitty ready for takeoff. Those airplane ears are a thing of beauty. Please tell us about this cute boy, Denise.
This is Connery, and he is 10 weeks old, and he is on the show looking for his forever home. But like we said before, most of the pets in our care actually are not quite ready to look for their forever home, and they are in need of fosters. So we have long-term fosters, but we also have a lot of short-term cases. So if you are home over the holiday weekend and want a house guest, they will be the cutest house guest you will ever have. This guy is 10 weeks old, and he has not stopped purring. So he wants to be a permanent house guest in your house. So come on down and meet Connery.
John Connery. Thank you, Denise. And thank you so much for everyone tuning out there. Like we mentioned at the beginning of the show and throughout the show, we hope that you have a wonderful and safe 4th of July. Please make sure to remember about your furry friends. Don't let them out when you're having house guests, and don't let them close to those party favors that you have, including that wonderful barbecue that I'm sure you're going to have out there. As we mentioned all throughout the show, it is not too late to be able to adopt this weekend or to be able to become a foster. We provide everything that you need, from medication to supplies. And of course, when you're adopting, you're opening up a much needed kennel for even more sick, injured, and abused pets to be saved thanks to your support. Thank you so much. We'll see you right here next week for Pets on Parade.